I don't think that. No, because it was scheduled, you see. So I think we can still start it without anything happening. But Joe, how about you welcome everybody on this very special episode?
Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us once again on the DWN Productions Terrible Horror Crap podcast as we enter the long December. Yeah, and it's going to be a long
Fuck!
one.
I forgot.
Yeah, he forgot, so we don't have the background music, which Tom wouldn't want to use anyway because he doesn't want to get flagged on YouTube. So we still have the Phantasm blood dripping from the top. No Christmas theme. I thought I would open up and there would be like a snowstorm, blizzard type theme or something like little garlands around the bottom or something. I don't know. Tom's always on this stuff. You know, but
Joe?
but anyway, welcome anyway, folks. Thanks for joining us, man. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to Tom too, I think.
So we're gonna ride out the next two Phantasm movies with this overlay, and then on our last show of the year, which will be the 18th, we will have a Christmas themed overlay for you.
It'll
Does
be
that
cold.
sound good?
Yeah.
Yep, it will be.
And I'll wear the dress for the weather. Be bundled up and stuff.
I hope so. I hope so. But yeah, we recorded something last night. I don't know if anybody besides the couple people who
The chat
saw
was
it
going.
last night.
The chat was really exploding, much like it is tonight.
Yes, yes. So I don't know what'll become of that, but it is something was recorded and it is saved. So
As an emergency
there
episode
is.
for when I'm in the
As an-
hospital at some point.
So next week's episode
Yes.
is going to have a ruptured colon.
Possibly.
Sat down too fast.
I should, I guess, go for that thing where they stick the camera up your ass. But I'll hold
It's
on.
not a camera anymore.
It's not
You know what they use now?
a Polaroid.
No, the doctor's penis.
Ah, okay. Sound like you speak from experience.
Well, I like to keep up on the medical field.
You're like, I like doctors.
I saw this movie once, Joe, where you know how you go to the doctor's office and they have those cabinets. They have like the little sink, and then the cabinet you can open up that has like old gloves and cotton swabs and stuff that might need to be refilled.
Yeah.
Well, this I don't know how things like this happen, but this was a lady doctor. Weird, I know. But she opened up these cabinet doors, looked in for a cotton swab, and you know what happened, Joe? Got stuck.
She probably spilled some chemical that's really sticky and got stuck in there.
That's what happened.
That's one of the hazards of the job.
You want to know what was another weird thing about this movie?
What's
The
that?
nurse was a dude.
20-something minutes long?
No, the nurse was a dude. Well,
What?
I mean, a dude. You can't really say that if he's a nurse, but
Right.
so yeah, it was a weird one. I was just like, yeah, I don't go for this, and I turned it off.
Will it be making a list?
Nah, it will not be. I might rewatch it though. Give it a second chance.
Try to get past that 5-minute mark this time.
Yeah.
So much plot development. Come on, get to the story already.
Like a lot of it sucks. It's just like a lot of talking, and then some garbage ass music will come out. I'm just like, well, fuck this.
Do they still do music in movies like that?
I hope so. Music is a key part of what makes the experience of watching a movie a delight, Joe.
You would think so, yeah. So anyway, watched a lot of stuff like last time, so let's roll to it. So this is not another close to 2-hour episode, and we've got yet another shitty list for y'all, which I thought was going to be clever, and it turns out it was not clever at all. But we'll get to that. But Tom, I finished up a couple of TV shows. One of them is The Sinner, which used to be on some channel, but I watch it on Netflix. And it is Pullman. That's his name, Bill Pullman, maybe. I don't know. This guy was in a lot of movies and things that I didn't like before. Never liked him in anything much, but he's good in this. He's a detective that's or police detective that's got a bit of a self-destructive streak. And this season, he witnesses a suicide, and maybe somebody else was there. Maybe this girl that suicided herself has a lot of secrets. In fact, the whole town, and it's a seaside town, has secrets. There's racism, against those Asians that are trying to get into the shrimping business and take it away from honest working white people. And there's inept cops and there's corruption and all kinds of stuff. Highly recommend this series. It's pretty good. For those of y'all that dig episodic television, I know Tom's not, unless it's a Canadian production, then he's all about it. But The Sinner, season 4, would recommend.
So get any other television shows watched and caught up on, Joe?
I did. I watched What We Do in the Shadows, season 4. In this season, Nadja opens up a vampire nightclub, for vampires to go and hang out.
Like from Blade 2.
Yeah. Yeah, in fact, she tried to get the sprinklers going in there, but they didn't work. Colin Robinson, who turned into a child last season, it turns out he has a talent, for singing and tap dancing, and vampires seem to like that. So he's a headliner at the vampire nightclub, and it's a pretty good season. They're still keeping it rocking, Tom, with the vampire type humor. I would recommend. I'm 4 season deep in this shit. Yeah, it's good. I like it.
Yeah,
those are the 2 television shows that I've completed, Tom. Both season 4s.
How about that? It's a fucking coincidence.
It is.
Let's see. I got a holdover from last week that I forgot to talk about because it's a forgettable piece of shit, Joe. It's called The Lizard Man. But it's a guy in like a fish man costume. So I don't get the name of it, Joe.
Is this one of them 1950s movies?
It's not. It's like it looks a lot better than it should. I want to say it came out in the last 10 years or so. Like it's definitely a very no budget movie. It just looks pretty good, but everything's ruined when all their blood effects is just the same CG generic overlay, and it's not good. The only thing really memorable about this fucking thing is there's a song at the end from a very of its time band. They're like I don't know, something that I would think would fit pretty well on the later days of Suburban Noise Records when it seems like they were just signing any alcoholic white rapper who would fucking kind of speak with a southern draw. It's very stupid. I don't know. Like I was gonna make fun of them and like sing shitty lyrics, but it's not worth it. It's not good. Nobody watched this.
Does the song fit with the tone of the movie?
No, not really.
It's just like, hey, we know this guy. Let's throw his song on there.
Yeah, kind of. Hey, can you write a song for the fucking Lizard Man movie? Sure. Everybody come see the Lizard Man. Gonna dance as long as you can. Everybody come eat a jelly bean. Then you're gonna see just what I mean. Come see the motherfucking Lizard Man. I'll put my dick right in the frying pan. And the whole song is just very bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. And it sucks. It doesn't just suck, Joe. It sucks animal dicks. Would not recommend. Yeah. Fuck this shit.
Okay, is that 2022 movie? 2020?
I don't think so. Like it's shocking how good the movie looks because everything else is such dog shit.
Hmm.
I would say maybe watch it for that, but I mean, there's no entertainment value. Maybe if you like the movie Suburban Sasquatch, maybe watch this one. But I'm not a Suburban Sasquatch fan, but that movie has a lot more charm than Lizard Man. That's for everybody. Don't watch the Lizard Man. Fucking sucks.
Well, Tom, I watched the 2022 entry from Jordan Peele, a film called Nope. And you're a Jordan Peele fan, Tom. You've rushed out to the theater to watch his previous two movies, Don't Talk or whatever, and Damn Us. I don't remember, what was that first one called?
Get Out.
Get Out. Yeah. And then the other one was Us, right?
Yes, or
So,
they them. I can't remember.
So yeah, those two movies were very, I'd say, like Twilight Zone episodes. You watch them, they're pretty good, they're okay, but you don't want to watch them again because they have a twist. And then once you know that twist, then like, hey, fuck it, I don't need to watch that ever again.
Only twist I want is when you're working this dick. See,
Oh,
not you, but
oh,
give it the old spitting twist.
If you ever get stuck. So yeah, Nope. He's got a much bigger budget. I think this movie was filmed for IMAX. It's a good looking movie, but it is not anything worth watching. It's after I finished watching it, I thought, it's all right. Then I started thinking about it. It's like, you know what? That's not all right. It's not good at all. This kind of sucks. It's about a guy that his dad owned a horse ranch, and they would wrangle horses or shit for like movies, and he's losing that ranch. He needs to make money, and he's kind of figured out that, hey, there's an alien in the skies here, a UFO. So he gets together with his annoying sister. This lady is just got one of the most fucking annoying voices you ever heard. And
What does it sound like, Joe?
she just goes on and on, man. You gotta watch. I don't.
I don't gotta watch it.
No, you don't. You don't. So they're trying to capture footage of this UFO, but this UFO at the first half of the movie, it's like real fast, just darting among the clouds. But when they finally see it at the end, it's just like some big inflatable thing, and it's moving real fucking slow all of a sudden for some reason. I don't know. It's swallowing people up, Tom. It swallows all the people up at a nearby amusement park that's run by this Asian fellow who used to be in a TV show about a monkey, but the monkey went crazy one day and killed everybody on the set. That's a subplot that is more interesting than the regular movie, but it also adds 30 minutes to this long-ass movie that don't go anywhere.
Doesn't.
It doesn't. The whole movie doesn't go anywhere. It is it's just all rather pointless. And I know a lot of people heaped praise on it, but I don't see where they got that. I don't know. I think these were just young white men that felt the need to cheer on an African American director. It is not a good movie. It is certainly a step down from his other two, which, like I said, they were decent one-time watches, and this one, it's not. It's very long, Tom. It's a very long movie. I don't like it.
Yeah, I had no interest. He got me twice, and you could make the joke. You're like, I saw this is coming out, and I said nope. But yeah, I just no interest. I gave him the chance on those other two, and I was just like, all right, if this is what we're gonna get, then I'm good.
Still want that skeleton horse, do you?
It was a deer skeleton, Joe.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, not enough to go see if it's on the special features as a deleted scene or anything. But
Yeah, because you've seen it already, and
maybe,
you don't need to see it again.
yeah, fuck
Yeah.
them.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Well, I watched a Christmas movie. I kicked off the holiday season with a movie called White Reindeer. Joe, have you heard of it?
I have not.
Yeah, no, I haven't.
No.
Well, you'll be happy to hear that it is an IFC release, not an
Ah,
IFC midnight, but still IFC. Generally, back in the day, I don't know if they still do now, but maybe I'll look into that. It seems like I just watched an IFC movie
I think they'd
recently.
still do the midnight label.
It
And those used to be, at least for me, that was like a standard of quality. I thought most of that shit was really good. Kind of the way you are with A24. Yeah,
Dude, that fucking A24 pack of hot dogs memes, the best shit fucking
it is
ever.
funny. That is great.
Shout out to whoever came up with that shit. I laugh every time I fucking see it.
Fat dude.
Oh shit. But yeah, this isn't a midnight label. This is just straight up IFC release. It's about a stereotypical suburban white lady. She's a realtor. Her husband is a weatherman for the local affiliate of whatever channel. He comes home and says, "Hey, baby, I got a job in Hawaii. I'm going to be a weatherman there. Pack the bags. We're moving to Hawaii. Woo!" So she's all about it, like, yeah, fuck yeah. Goes grocery shopping and shit. Comes home and he's fucking dead on the floor. Someone broke into the house and fucking killed him. So the movie is her dealing with the grief and all that, and her dealing with grief is hanging out with prostitutes and doing blow. It is a very, very dry comedy. I laughed fucking very hard a lot of fucking times. I don't know if I want to go too deep into it because this might be something you want to watch.
I
I
do
would
have that
rec.
IMC channel, I think.
Damn, they have a whole channel.
They do. It's like an add-on that Lisa got for Prime that gives us AMC, IFC, and some other
Hmm.
shit we don't watch. Freevee or something.
Well, that
And
one's
Shudder.
free. Did you get the hamster channel?
No.
That's all right. You can always go to hamsterdance.com and relive the good old days. Man,
Man, YouTube used to be something special.
now look at it.
Now it's just fucking plumbing videos.
But yeah, it's really good. It's just really dry though. Like really, really dry. And I like that kind of shit a lot. So I laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed. Very, very good. I think this will be in the rotation every year for Christmas. So I had a good laugh at it, Joe. Would recommend.
All right. Another 2020, 2022. I fucking can't say that date. Maybe I'll have better luck in 2023. Not personally. I know I won't have better luck in my life, but maybe saying the date, I'll be better at it.
Maybe you can find Christ. Have you ever thought about that? Just taking some time to walk with him.
I did that when I was younger.
Ah,
I didn't know any better. Um, this movie, Tom, is called "We're All Going to the World's Fair." Have you heard of this one?
yeah, dude. I mean, I bring this up often. How it's definitely making the worst movie of the year list. And don't you remember the story of the fucking power going off? So I finished watching this garbage ass movie on my phone, and that was a sign from God to turn the fucking thing off. Yet I still finished it on my phone like an asshole. You remember that story, Joe?
I do now.
Yeah, this is that goddamn movie.
Yeah, this movie is a absolute piece of shit. For those that don't remember Tom's synopsis, this is about a girl that takes an online challenge. And it's a challenge to recite some bullshit, eat some candy or something. I don't remember exactly what she does. But then she's supposed to like go through changes or something. And she doesn't. She does like a dance and films herself sleeping. And then some dude gets on and is trying to fuck her. Um, it's his,
Or is he? Or is he just really concerned about her?
or is he just
It's
lonely?
weird.
It's a
Yeah,
movie
I mean,
about loneliness. They say it's a piece of shit. This
I
this
mean, it's not the movie. This. I mean, the movie sucks. But the thing that's concerning about the movie is, in essence, this is a movie about someone pretending to be somebody else, right? And
yeah
this movie is made by a trans person. So that doesn't really look good for your fellow fucking trans people when you're out here making a movie about somebody pretending to be somebody else when the character in the movie clearly knows they're just putting on a show. It's a very odd movie for that person to make. But who am I to judge, Joe? I'm a fucking honky here who made a black exploitation movie. So that
yeah
just always stuck out for me with this fucking movie. Not saying that's why it sucks or anything. It sucks because it's a piece of pig fucking shit. That's just a weird little side note to the movie.
yeah. I mean, our lists will be somewhat similar then, because this is definitely making a list that deserves a part of that list and probably a top tier ranking on that list. This sucks, man. This how this got HBO treatment. That it was streaming there
Oh,
out of
was it?
yeah,
Yeah, I know this is a Vinegar Syndrome partner release.
really.
So that's how I know it from. But so
Fuck.
is White Reindeer, the re-release of it too. So
Quit wasting your
yeah.
money, Vinegar
No, I
Syndrome.
didn't.
Shit
I
like
thought you were
this.
talking to me. I was like, I didn't pay to fucking.
No, I'm telling Vinegar Syndrome.
Yeah.
Like this is not good, and people can try to intelligent their reviews all they want, but it's a piece of shit. It's just awful, awful, boring, pointless. Nothing happens. It's fuck it.
Yeah.
Fuck this movie.
Yeah. Not not good, man. I forget there was another movie I watched recently with a little girl in it, and I was thinking, yeah, this is more or less how you pull it off because the young actress and all the World's Fair, whatever the fuck this hunk of junk is called, was not even a good actress. So
Mm-mm.
yeah, I don't know. Take a cue from those fucking little Eskimo girls, I guess. Fucking pricks. Let's see, Joe. I watched The Carpenter. Have you heard of this one? It
I
stars Wings of Glory Hauser.
I have heard of this one.
So, a couple who don't really care for each other move into a house. There's a crew there working on the house, but at night, there's always this one guy there working late and getting shit done. And it turns out he's a ghost. Oh, spooky carpenter ghost. So I mean, if you want a fucking killer ghost carpenter movie, this is it. It's worth a watch for sure. It's pretty funny. Nothing spectacular in it, but it's definitely worth a watch, and it has some entertainment value in it. Faux show, Joe. Faux show.
Where'd you watch this one?
In the shop.
Okay. Tom, I watched
Yes.
another one that horror fans seem to be excited about this year, and this was called Smile. You heard of this one, Tom? People are saying,
Yes.
"Oh, they had a great marketing campaign because they had some."
Fucking dickheads at baseball games with neon shirts.
Yeah, they had some twats go around smiling at a baseball game. Yeah, that's some great marketing there. Uh, this is like a movie like The Ring or Ju-on or some shit like that, where uh, this lady again, this lady's a doctor. Yeah, so they're asking you to stretch the imagination right from the beginning, but she's a psychiatry doctor, and lady goes in and she's saying that I'm seeing like this thing's after me, it's after me, and it's just smiling and smiling, and then she smiles and kills herself, and now that doctor has that smile curse on her. She's starting to see like strange people smiling all the time, and that's scary to her because they're smiling, Tom. And yeah, she's got this curse on her. And they say, she does more research and like, oh, the last person that this, I don't know, fuck this movie. This movie is dumb. It is not exciting. It relies on jump scares that are not good jump scares. They just like make a loud noise and that's your jump scare, and it's dumb. It's just some dumb shit. And
So is it follows without the fucking and sucking?
It Follows was good. It Follows at least had tension. I liked It Follows a lot.
That figures.
And yeah, because those people like they're getting hunted down, and yeah, she's just trying to like, hey, maybe don't fuck these dudes, and the curse will go to them, which I thought was pretty cool. But this has nothing like that. This one has no.
couldn't like she just like fucked a rubber cock and then threw it in the ocean.
Maybe. I mean, she didn't have your sage advice. Here, use mine.
You know what I'm saying? Go fuck a rubber cock, encase that shit, and give it some old cement shoes and throw that fuck over the bank.
See, you were being proactive just in case you got the It Follows curse.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I put a condom in my butt in case anybody tries to fuck a ghost into me.
Yeah, so Smile, that's another movie that not bad enough to make my list because there's other shit that's worse. But if we did top 10 worst, this would make it. It's not. Yeah, again, people, if you're praising this movie, you don't know shit. You don't know shit about horror. But fuck
well,
it.
A buddy from college, he posted a thing he sculpted for the movie. It looked pretty cool. It was like a skull thing with a bunch of fucking mouths stacked up on top of each other and shit. I mean, that looked pretty cool. I don't know, like, the movie is because he did the fucking man thing shit too. And I mean, that looked cool. They didn't use any of it. They used it all fucking CG, and like the puppet and shit he made looked a lot cooler. But yeah. Only thing I know about this movie is that picture I seen of his sculpture, and I was like, hey, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that stacked mouth thing. It looked all right for the second it was on camera. Yeah, but good on your buddy for getting major work.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it was good shit. So
yeah,
I'm just no interest in the movie.
Yeah, don't.
So is it me now? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Joe. Excuse me. I watched one that you recommended. Another Wings of Freedom Hauser joint called.
See, Anthony, you just had to be patient. Here's the Wings Hauser talk again.
The Art of Dying. This one is about a killer who reenacts his favorite murder scenes, like he's making snuff films, but the ladies who are in it don't know that they're actually going to be murdered, and the gentlemen. So it's like they reenact shit from Texas Chainsaw, Psycho, and Meet the Feebles, and it's up to Wings Hauser to hunt this guy down and take him to justice. And it's all right. I
He's a
think Colt.
detective.
He is. He's a dick.
He's a cop, and I think his partner gets hurt right at the beginning, so his partner can't really help him.
Yes. They're his partner's a big fat black lady, and they're in an apartment building, and they hear a domestic going on. So they knock on the door. They think it's coming from the drunk guy's ready to smack the shit out of his wife. And fucking old Wings is like, "Hey, settle down, god damn it. You can't do this shit. What's wrong with you?" And then the wife, who is gonna have the shit smacked out of her, "You get your hands off of my husband!" And she stabs his fucking partner in the shoulder. So Wingshauser picks her up and throws her out the goddamn window.
It's pretty funny. It's a really funny scene.
Like, it's worth watching for
Yeah.
sure. It's
That
more entertaining than the Carpenter.
that scene sets the tone, I guess, for the movie. You know what you're getting from there on, and yeah, old Wings, he meets himself a lady friend in this one too.
A 16-year-old, which it's always weird when movies do this. They have like a character playing young, but they hire someone older just so they can show their tits. It's like, what's going on here, man? Is this Camp Cucamonga? This
Yeah.
is fuck.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's always weird when people do shit like that, but you can't blame Wings on that one. It's not like he directed this. Oh wait, yes,
Wait a
Wings
minute.
Hauser. That would be the person to ask that question to.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was another fun watch. I liked it. I had a good laugh, but I still think Coal Fire is more entertaining.
I dig this
So-
one. I have a copy. Convinced them to show it at Tuesday Night Trash one night, and it was a hit, Tom, with the audience there, who wasn't very familiar with the work of old Wings, Wings of the Dove Hauser.
That's a good one. It's like the soap. Old Hauser brand soap. Yep. So yeah, I'd say watch it, give it a shot, or don't. Go fuck yourself.
Hot Wings Hauser, that's pretty good. I watched a movie, and I think this was also maybe an IFC movie. I'm not sure. It's called Catch the Fair One. This is about a native girl, Tom, a Native American. She's a boxer. At least she was a boxer. But then her sister was abducted. Her sister went missing, and she kind of like lost her way after that. Tom started doing drugs and shit. But now she's got herself clean. She's been saving up money to pay some dude and pay like a pimp lady for information about her sister, who was probably trafficked, she thinks. So what she does is goes undercover and allows herself to be kidnapped so she can take the trafficking ring out from the inside, Tom. That's the way you do it.
It's called a prolapse.
Yes. This is about what you'd expect. It's kind of like a revenge movie, a very somber revenge movie. It's good. It's a good flick, but it's got no real surprises. We've seen a lot of movies like this, but I'd say this the best 2022 like this. Yeah, I liked it. I'd recommend it. It's worth a watch. I think I saw it on the AMC Plus channel. Those girls got it rough in this world, Tom.
So, Joe, I watched a documentary called Fart. A documentary.
Sounds right up your alley.
Yeah. Wasn't that good, Joe? wasn't that funny. Seems like it was made by a bunch of fucking squares. The guy who was making it, he just like interviewed his friends and his parents. Like, this is something you got to get like comedians and talking head type people to come in and kind of make it entertaining. Like, the only thing worth a fuck was like clips of Mr. Methane from TV shows. If you don't know who Mr. Methane, Joe, and why would you? You look like a classy guy. But this is a guy where he dresses up in a superhero costume and he can fart on command. You know, he can play like smoke on the water out of his asshole and shit. And to show you that it's really him pushing wind from his cheeks to make these songs, throws a little baby powder on his butthole so you can see the puffs as it goes. But I mean, how much of that can you really watch without saying, all right, buddy, we seen it. We seen it. So yeah, sounds like it would be a funny thing to watch, but it's nothing really. Just go fucking fart on your daughter's fucking head or some shit. You'll probably laugh more than that. Like, go fucking walk by the dog and just shit on its head. You'll probably have a better laugh than anything in this fucking movie. Would not recommend. Oh shit. Mm-mm-mm.
Or for someone to fart on their daughter's head.
Well, I'm saying not you specifically, but somebody who may be listening. Hopefully you fucking don't fucking mistrust it and you end up shitting your pants. Then the joke's on you, you fucking idiot.
Yeah. Shit in your
Go
pants.
get,
That just doesn't sound fun.
oh shit. Go get COVID and then fucking fart by a loved one. And you're gonna end up having fucking very runny diarrhea going down the back of your nutsack. Guaranteed. Hopefully it doesn't get in your penis hole and give you some kind of UTI. Oh, I went to the doctor and he gave me some fucking pills to stick in my dick hole. Why? What happened? Oh, I tried to shit on my daughter's head and the poo ended up going in my penis hole.
You're having too much fun with this conversation, Tom. I also watched the documentary. I watched This Is Gwar. This is a documentary on the band Gwar. And, from their earliest origins until now, I guess, you know, all the people that have come and gone from the band, and there's been numerous people that have come and gone from the band. Some of them have died, some of them have quit, gone on to other things, and yeah, it's pretty good. I think it's definitely better if you're a fan of Gwar, but if you're not, I think you still think it's good. Um, I thought Tom would be interested because it shows a lot of the special effects stuff, you know, like filling up old fucking fire extinguishers with Kool-Aid and stuff, you know. But, yeah, so these guys had that shit, you know. They said they would steal fire extinguishers to use for that because they couldn't afford to buy any.
They are pretty expensive.
Yeah, but then they started getting these big old fucking tank type things that they use now, I guess, because they spray that shit throughout their show. And just like a lot of production on the costumes and the monsters that come out in their concerts, you know, like a big fucking dinosaur or a big tentacled creature, and it's interesting. It's good. I liked it. I don't know, watch it or don't. Fuck it. Yeah.
Yeah, I plan on watching it this week, so we'll see. Maybe we'll talk a little more about it next week. Yeah, I was just never a big fan of their music or anything. So, I mean, I appreciate what they do in theatrics and all that shit, but
Yeah, it's a it's going to just like a silly show when you go see them. But they are talented. Their music's pretty fucking good. I dig it.
you would.
But it's not for everybody.
Mm-mm. Anybody with ears.
They do fart jokes too, so
You
we
should
might
have had him in
be
this
stoned.
documentary.
Probably. They should have just went to a horror convention and talked to the people there. Got their celebrities from there.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, here's Albert Nunez. Yeah.
All right then. Joe, I watched a movie you talked about last week. Weird Al, or Weird, the Al Yankovic story. You love this movie, Joe.
I do like it. I do.
So that concerned me going into this. I was
It's
just like, oh,
silly,
shit.
irreverent, as they say.
I had some good laughs. It wasn't the fucking cornfield I thought it was gonna be because Weird Al is a corny motherfucker. And I thought it was gonna be one of those things like after every joke they just like stare at the screen like you get it, you fuck. But fortunately, it was not like that at all.
I think they
It's
do that a few times.
no, but I thought the whole fucking
Mm.
thing was just gonna be, and it wasn't. So it had a few good laughs. Uh, I'll never watch the fucking thing again. Maybe if he outlives me and I don't listen to a couple of his songs in remembrance or whatever, but
Chill out, live Utah.
I don't know. He was kind of looking corpse like in this fucking movie.
Yeah, I know, but you keep on shoveling all that cholesterol all the time. You got to do something about that. Ease up on those pizza pies.
Shit, like I've been laying down a lot and just feeling my blood pressure, just like feeling that shit. But I went to the dentist the other day and I
Because
was
you were
just
feeling run down, so you decided to go to the dentist. Dumb fuck.
no, and they take your blood pressure. So I make the old fat guy joke. Whoa, whoa, hope that thing doesn't explode on you. And then there's like, oh, your blood pressure isn't that bad. So I was just like, all right, don't have to worry about it because a dental assistant told me my blood pressure was okay.
Yeah, they know what they're doing.
No more doctor visits for 50 more years. That's what that tells me. Yeah, it was all right. If you like or have ever liked Weird Al, I would say give it a watch. I just don't see myself ever watching it again.
Yeah, like I said, I thought it ran a bit long. Could have trimmed at least 50 out of it, streamlined it a little more. But yeah, I enjoyed it.
I'm glad to hear that, Joe. I'm
Mm-hmm.
glad to hear that.
That is all that I watched, huh?
Well, Joe, I watched one more movie called The Menu. This is a recent one that came to theaters. It's pretty fucking good.
I tried to watch it,
No
but
luck.
it had a big ad across it about a casino or something.
That's all right. Those come and go. You can just
Mm.
stick through it. But it's pretty good. It's about a chef who's just sick of all the bullshit. So he's fucking taking himself out and everybody with him because he doesn't give a fuck. Again, this is
So
this is
something
a
you could relate to. I'm
Mhm.
liking it already.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is another pretty dry, pretty dark comedy. I laughed a whole hell of a lot through it. All the acting was pretty fucking great. Let's see. Don't want to give a whole hell of a lot of away.
I do want to watch it.
Yeah, it I don't know. How about you watch it before the end of the year and maybe we'll talk about it. Some spoiler shit some more cuz this might, I mean, it's definitely making my best movie of the year. No, it's definitely making the best movie of the year list. Might make the best movie of the year. So Marcel better watch the fuck out because I got some thinking to do. I
Hmm.
just thought this shit was really fucking funny and very relatable. It's just like when do you lose the passion for doing what you love?
Last
Because
week.
I'm sure it was before then.
Yeah, Bob. It's an ongoing concern of mine right now. Really is.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, I want to watch. Hopefully, I'll just try to a different theater, maybe.
Or just be patient and watch the thing. It's not like it's totally distracting. It'll come and go.
Well, I mean, keep thinking about that casino. Even now.
Or you can always just go to the theater.
Yeah,
You
I don't
could.
think I'll be finding a lot of time for that in the next few weeks, though, Tom.
You'll be able to. You got time to read all these fucking comic books. Put those down and head on over to the local movie hole. Go catch a moving picture, a talkie as they call them. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. But yeah, the menu, I would recommend it. It's not an art house movie, but if you
Is it an
don't
A24?
know, because it's funny and shit actually happens.
Looks like an
So
A24 cast.
yeah, and it kinda looks like it, how it's shot and everything like that, but it is definitely not. Because stuff actually happens in this and it's funny. As we said before, not a big fan of A24 horror movies. I'm
Mm-hmm.
more a fan of their comedies and other shit, but yeah, I could see why people would think this is like an out art house A24 movie, but it is not. It is more hot dog.
Well, I thought that bug-eyed girl was exclusively A24.
No.
I'm wrong.
She does have a look though. That's definitely something to say. I don't know what it is, but she definitely has a look.
Yeah,
Would recommend.
I'll watch it.
All right, Joe. So we're on the fourth one, Phantasm Oblivion. In this one, everybody's old as shit and they're romping around the desert this time. How'd you
This
like it?
this time they've got a lot less money to work with. It. You can tell the quality is not quite there. They do what they can. A lot of it's shot out in the desert, and
Luckily,
it's
there was a whole bunch of unused footage from the first movie.
mhm. Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of flashback scenes, and at first I was like, hey, I don't remember that from the first movie. So yeah, so this was unused footage. Okay, that explains a lot, and they did meld that in pretty well to progress this story. So this story is kind of like two movies, one good, one pointless. One of them has old Michael, and he's learning a bit about the tall man, and it seems like the tall man wants him to be the new tall man, but not really because he's still trying to kill him, but won't let him kill himself. But I don't know, it's kind of confusing, but we do learn that like to me the interesting shit was old Jebediah Morningside. He's like learning about time travel and quantum physics, and he goes into this other dimension or other world or whatever, and then that's it, he's done. He comes
Never
back and it's
comes back.
the tall man
Fuck.
is in his place.
It looks like
and,
he had a stroke or
and
Bell's
I
palsy
thought
or
that
some
would have
shit.
been cool, like have a movie just about Jebediah Morningside and then see his fate on the other side of that dimensional barrier or whatever. I thought that would have been real cool. But instead, we got Reggie because he's a part of this franchise from the beginning, and people expect to see fucking Reggie, but his storyline is just shit. This is him rolling around. He meets another woman that he tries to be inappropriate with. Hasn't learned from all the fucking other movies that these are not women. These are I don't know, the tall man himself or the tall man's minions that just got.
I mean, Rocky was a woman, you fucking racist.
That's true, I guess. And this one, the tall man, with his sense of humor, hides those sentries. They're called sentries, Tom, not sentinels. Hides some sentinels, sentries in her tits. And
I mean, it was just a play on the breast implants that were popular at the time.
mm-hmm.
A little ribbon on the square, as they say.
Yeah, I liked half of this movie a whole lot. I said the shit with Reggie I didn't care for at all, but I thought the other half was pretty fucking good. I was surprised because I wasn't expecting much.
So the main thing I took away from this viewing, I've seen this one a few times. I've seen them all a few times, though. It's when Reggie goes to open the trunk of the fucking police car. There's like some dude in a really, really, really bad makeup. And then behind him, there's a dude in a really, really, really good makeup. What happened? I mean, I know what happened, but I'm not gonna say anything. Maybe somebody was doing a favor, and the other one they just did what they could with the money they had. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the person who was doing the favor had a lot more resources and a lot more experience than the person who was just helping out where they could because they were a team player. But these makeups are so starkly different. It wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't in the same shot, let alone the same scene. But it's weird. I'm not talking shit, not trying to talk shit about anybody's skill level or talent. It's jarring, I think the word would be. So yeah, that's what stuck out this time around on this watch. And this is also the one where we get the classic cut me down meme. Only in the fucking internet version, it goes on a lot longer. And I always laugh when I see that one too. Cut me down. No! Cut me down. No! Cut me down. No! It's great. Always funny.
Yeah, I read that some fellows chipped in and said, "Hey, we're gonna help you out with some special effects." So that was mighty nice of them, Tom, to come in and make the other person look bad. But yeah, I also read that they were supposed to do a big movie that Roger Avery was writing the script for, and this was
post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, and this was
little
supposed
monkey.
to be just some filler until they could make that one, and that would have been cool, but that never happened.
Yeah, it was a post-apocalyptic thing with Reggie in an eye patch, and he had like a little monkey sidekick. Bruce Campbell was going to be in it. They had like drawings and shit for like a Hemi tank and stuff, which I'll get to next week. But yeah, that just kind of fell apart, and they made Bubba Hotep, and then they said, "Hey, while everybody's still here, let's make a Phantasm web series." And we'll get to that next week, Joe.
Yeah, this one I don't think I'd recommend it to anybody that's not a Phantasm or even a horror fan. It's not a horror movie. It doesn't come off that way to me. This is more verging on science fiction, I guess. But yeah, if you're a fan of the other movies, this is good and you'll dig it. But if you're not, there's no point in watching it.
Strangely enough, this is the first Phantasm movie I've seen.
Really?
So it was definitely jarring and everything, but I was like, no, I was all right. I'm gonna go watch the other ones. Granted, it's better once you watch the other one
Yeah.
if you're watching them in a row.
Hmm.
Excuse me, but yeah. I mean, I watched it and fucking I dig the movies and all that shit. So definitely wouldn't recommend it as your first one, but I could definitely see why people wouldn't like this fucking thing too, because it is definitely only for people who fucking like Phantasm and seen the other movies.
Yeah. But that said, we are 4 for 4. I'd say, that's 4 solid entries, and that's the most consistency we've gotten from anything I think we've reviewed since we started doing these series of films, franchises, or whatever you may want to call
Yeah, unfortunately, I remember hating the next one. I can't remember if I put it on the worst of the year list, the worst that it came out. Knowing me, I probably did some bullshit and gave it an honorable mention just because I like the franchise so much. But I'm hoping I was wrong, Joe, and it was just shock of seeing it the first time. But you're definitely in for something, Joe. You're definitely
them. Yeah, I haven't
in
seen.
for
Like I
something.
said, I had only seen part 1 and 2, so the rest of them have been new to me. But I know Ravager. People were excited because they did this shit in secret, and then people were not excited after they saw it. So we'll see.
Yeah, and it's not directed by Cascarelli, so
I didn't know that. I thought he did it.
you got that too.
Okay. Well, still, I'll go into it with an open mind.
And it was originally made to be a web series.
Web
So,
series.
yeah. So, they probably had less money than they did for Oblivion. And Angus Scrimm died like a week later. So, get ready, Joe.
All
It's
right.
we'll have something to talk about for sure. That'll definitely be something. But yeah, thwip thwip. Thwip thwip. Let's wrestle a bear.
When we last saw Spider-Man's, he'd been knocked out. He was tied to a chair because he went to go and trying to hunt down this grizzly guy named the Grizzly. It's just a dude in a bear suit, but the jackal was there. So yeah, so this episode or issue, the jackal has put like a metal brace on Peter Parker's arm, and he's going to use that to spy on Peter Parker so he can find out who Spider-Man's is. Because wherever Spider-Man's is, Peter Parker's close by. So that's some heavy drama, man. How's he going to get this thing off? Pretty easily. He just goes to the lab and blow torches it off, and the jackal said it would dissolve his arm if he tried that, but it didn't. It was just a ruse. So he's back to hunting down the grizzly. So he starts visiting local gyms, because he he finds out a little bit about the grizzly. He was a wrestler. I thought it was a boxer last issue. I guess I
I
was wrong.
told you he was a wrestler.
He was a wrestler that J. Jonah Jerklin had ruined his career by writing editorials about him. The grizzly, or he was called Mad Max or something at the time, and it was
Madman Pondo.
Mad Max, threat or menace. So he did the same kind of editorials that he does for Spider-Man's now, and well, they kicked him out of wrestling because people were like, "Yeah, we can't have somebody that's crazy in wrestling. That's not good." So I'm thinking Jerry Conway has never watched wrestling at this point and doesn't know that, hey, that's a selling point for somebody's persona, their work.
Gimmick.
Yeah, yeah. Um, Spider-Man's just tears his suit off, tears off fucking the Grizzly suit. The end. Takes him down pretty easily. Another,
because he was getting his power from his suit.
yeah, his exoskeleton or some shit. But yeah, another pointless issue. You know, I thought
I
we had
do.
a few good panels that, like, hey, did somebody else ink this? Because this looks different than the rest of the book. The cover is one of those covers that shows a bunch of shit going on in little different segmented structure of it. I thought the cover looked cool, but no, not a good issue. And this is issue 140. We've read 140 issues. And that's not even counting the annuals and the giant size, which we're going to read another giant size next. Uh,
Fuck.
giant size Spider-Man's number 3, where he's going to meet Doc Savage this time.
Can't wait, Joe.
Yeah. And Spider-Man's took the month off from Marvel Team Up, and we had a shitty issue with the Human Torch and Iron Man's. Yeah. Yeah. So, Tom,
What's up?
I did not number my list.
That's just because you're a piece of shit, Joe.
So is this list.
Yep.
Yeah. Let me see. Hey, fuck it. We'll just go along. I'll just.
Hey, Joe, you got any honorable mentions?
So,
hey, Joe, what's this list?
this list is our favorite Toms. And these are Toms, people named Toms in popular culture. Yeah, I got it right this time.
Yeah, I went with fictional Toms.
Fictional Toms, yeah. And yeah, I was short one, so I went ahead and threw in on my honorable mentions Tom's Hot Fries, which are pretty fucking good. You know, if you've never had a bag of Tom's Hot Fries, you're really missing out.
More of an handicap thing.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's fine. Another honorable mention I have Thomas Kalmaku, who I think is an Inuit. He was a sidekick for Green Lantern back in the day, and he was they called him Pie Face because he's Inuit, and I don't fucking know, but
I
yeah,
do. That's why I'm laughing.
Pie Face.
We're a bunch of fucking racists.
Yeah,
Joe.
that's crazy shit. Yeah. Uh-huh. Then from Rugrats, I have the character Tommy Pickles. Yeah, that's a character from Rugrats. You see.
If their last name was Doe, the brother's name would be funnier.
Mm. Then I have Tom Hagen, who is the consigliere in the Godfather movies. It's Robert Duvall, and he was in the first 2 movies, but he didn't. You know, he asked for a lot of money to come out in that piece of shit third one. And they didn't give it to him, so he said, "Fuck y'all, I ain't doing that piece of shit." Let's see, which another one of these can I pick? Let's go with a villain from DC called T.O. Morrow. Tomorrow is his name. His real name is Thomas Oscar Morrow. Tomorrow. And yeah, he's a villain. He would steal weapons from the future and use them against like the Justice League. T.O. Thomas Oscar Morrow. And those, Tom, are my honorable mentions for characters, fictional characters named Tom, except for the hot fries. Not fictional. You know, you can go to any store and get those. I hope they still sell those.
You're gonna have to look on your way to fucking work tomorrow.
Tom's had their own vending machines. You know, they were all over the place, but I don't see those anymore.
Joe, my honorable mentions go as follow. I have Tom Cat from Tom and Jerry. I have Tommy Doyle from Evil Dies Tonight. I have Tom Popper, that's some bitch with the penguins. I also have Big Tom Callahan, the motherfucker that died in Tommy Boy. And then I have Tom Thumb. You know, he used his thumb to plug up a dike, Joe. And those are my honorable mentions.
What the fuck? Am I short one?
I would assume so. Joe, what's your number 10?
Wait a minute. Got it. My number 10 is Thomas Wayne, and that is Bruce Wayne's daddy. He got shot by a criminal along with his wife, Martha Wayne. Thomas Wayne was a doctor, but he got shot. Physician, heal thyself. He couldn't. He died, but it inspired his son to become the Batman. Rest in peace, guy that did the Batman voice.
Joe, my number 10 is also a Tom, and it is Black Tom, aka Tom Cassidy from Marvel Comics, you see.
Good one. What are his powers? He's just got
I don't know.
Or
I was never a fan. Curran just used to call me Black Tom, so that's the only reason I know about the guy. Yep.
At number 9, I have Tom Joad, the main character from The Grapes of Wrath, the book and the film.
Well, Joe, my number 9 should have been an honorable mention, but fuck you. It's Southern Thomas, you see. I was also running out of things to put on the list.
The God Hauser movies are pretty great. Pretty good. At number 8, I have Thomas Magnum from the TV show Magnum P.I. He's a private investigator, you see, and his first name is Thomas.
I used to wear his condoms. My number 8 is another Tom, but this time, Joe, it's a Tommy, but not just any Tommy. It's Tommy from Third Rock from the Sun, co-starring with your boy, French Stewart. Yep.
Squinty motherfucker. That number
Some
7.
people would say he's pie-faced.
Fucking Green Lantern. They did that shit forever. At number 7, this is an acronym, TOM. I don't know what it stands for, but he was the robot mascot for Toonami. You remember Toonami, Tom?
Toonami sucks.
It does, but they had a mascot named TOM. It was a robot.
My number 7 is that some bitch, another Tommy Jarvis. He liked to make masks and shit. And you know what his dog liked to do? Jump through windows.
Number 6, I have that deaf, dumb, blind Tommy that can play a mean pinball. Yep, the title character from The Who's rock opera. That's fucking stupid. Tommy.
What are we on? 6?
Mm-hmm.
Number 6. I don't have a Tommy or Tom. I have a Thomas. And that is Thomas Hewitt from the 2 Platinum Dune chainsaw movies. He was old Leatherface. Well, I guess old Arlie Ermy called him Tommy in there, so I was wrong. It's another fucking Tommy. My bad, dog. My bad.
At number 5, I have Tommy Callahan.
Mm.
Some folks call him Tommy Boy.
Number 5, I have the innovator of violence, Tommy Dreamer. He used to hit people over the heads with aluminum garbage cans, you know.
He's an innovator.
He is. Some people would call him a sexual revolutionary, Joe.
Or a predator.
I wouldn't, and anything you heard was hearsay and allegations.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Not to his face, anyway. At number 4, I have the comic book character Tom Strong, created by Alan Moore and Chris Sprouse. Good comic. Good comic.
My number 4 was a man who lived in a cabin, but not any man. He was an uncle. Was he their real uncle? Probably not, but they called him an uncle, and this was Uncle Tom from Uncle Tom's Cabin.
At number 3, I have Thomas, the tank engine. He's a train that has a face. He can, I don't know, go places. I don't really know much about Thomas the tank engine.
Joe, I fucked up. My number 3's a real guy. But fuck you. His cheeseburgers are delicious. And that's Dave Thomas, the Wendy's mascot. Or did he really found Wendy's? I don't know. I don't give a fuck to look it up, but
Probably not, and I disagree with you. Wendy's is probably the worst fast food joint out there. Fuck
you're
that place.
a pig fucking piece of shit, Joe.
Fucking their burgers are pieces of shit, Tom.
No, you take that back now.
Yeah. Their chocolate frosties are pretty good, and I don't even like chocolate.
For my money, they have the best grilled chicken sandwiches for a fast food place.
They used to have some fairly decent chili for a fast food place, but they took that shit off the menu, the fucks.
I think they still got it.
Now there's nothing to eat at Wendy's. Fuck Wendy's. Fuck that shit. Sometimes Lisa goes and gets that for the kids. I think she does that just to piss me off because she knows how much I fucking hate Wendy's. At number 2, Tom, I have another robot. And this is Tom Servo from Mystery Science Theater. He's like a bubblegum machine or something. I don't know. He's got a beak. Tom Servo.
My number 2 is Tom Hung. That was the pornography name Joe Young was given in the movie Orgasmo. It's perfect. Tom Hung. You don't even have to fuck. Good stuff. Would recommend.
At number 1, one you've already mentioned, Tom the Cat from Tom and Jerry. I think Tom was definitely carried that duo. He was Jerry's more the straight guy, and Tom was the laughs, man. He did it all. He a very physical actor, did a lot of facial expressions that were good. He could sing when he needed to. Good shit, man. Tom Cat. Number 1. Número uno, este gato.
Well, my number 1 is something that you've already brought up, Joe. And that's old Tommy Callahan from Callahan Auto Parts.
Mm-hmm.
So, Join us next week as yeah, I don't know, it'll be a surprise. So tune in next week for a surprise list, you fucks. DWN Productions. Keep an eye out there, but you'll probably hear about it here first. Gotta hopefully we'll wait until that actually happens. But dwnproductions.net. If you want to buy something, go ahead. You're not going to get it till fucking January, but I'd be appreciative. You can go look at stuff there, and you just got to say dwnproductions.net. So, this is all copacetic with the business, and this is actual a promotional thing to tell people to go to my stuff at dwnproductions.net, where you can see the masks, busts, and all that kind of art stuff that I make over at dwnproductions.net. During midweek, I should finally get started on all the Black Friday orders. Well, I can't say it like that because the last week I've been fucking pouring everything. I just had to get other stuff done before I can actually start trimming and painting. But it's
Understandable.
happening this week.
Understandable.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah. When you're done looking around there, you're already on the internet. So go to fastcustomshirts.com. Look around. I'm sure there's something you'll like. There's something for everyone at fastcustomshirts.com. So just check it out. I may add some new designs this week because I found some shit that I don't even remember putting together. So they may make the site. Just depends on how busy I am, and I don't know. I got a lot to do this week. It's gonna be a busy week.
Well, unfortunately, this is going to be a short December for us. We got this week that you're listening to now. Next week we'll wrap up Phantasm, and then the week after that will be, excuse me, our last show for the year. We're gonna do both Jack Frost movies, and then let you know what our favorite and least favorite movies of 2022 are, and then we'll be back January 1st, up in that ass like a fucking pumpkin. But
Anthony, there is a Charles in Charge shirt with Bronson on it on the site.
there is. But Joe, you have a great week. Everybody out there have a great week. I hope I have a better week than all of you combined. And boy, God.